Hello, I'm Wendy. Today we're mixing summer greens using indigo, and also there'll be a watercolour demonstration. I love summer greens. I know some people don't like them, but I really do like painting greens. And recently I did a couple of pictures that you can see here on my channel of summery trees with flowers growing underneath. And I used indigo as the base blue, which I don't do very often. You can see here I'm painting some swatches. The top two are just indigo on its own. The righter one is much darker. And then underneath I've used a cool yellow, lemon yellow, something like that, or cadmium yellow pale. And then just experimenting by dropping in some indigo into that pool of colour and gradually adding more indigo to it. You can do this with all your colours to experiment, and it's a really useful exercise. And what I would suggest you do, which I've not done here, is to label the colours so that when you go back to them you can see exactly what you've done. You can see they're mixing really nicely here with this cooler yellow for some of the foliage. And then underneath I'm using a warm yellow. In this case I'm using New Gamboge hue. They're all Cotman colours, and Cotman does a nice New Gamboge hue, and you get some lovely sort of stronger greens for the foliage, warmer greens using this. As you can see here, adding more of the indigo, it's giving some lovely darker greens, just those two colours on their own, without adding anything else. The other yellow I use in my paintings is raw sienna. So I've done the same sort of mixing here. So we've got the raw sienna again, they're all Cotman colours, and there's links to all these colours in the description box below. And you can see you get sort of more knocked back greens here, a bit more subtle maybe, and you can get some pretty nice darks there. You can always experiment by adding a third colour as well, something red, maybe like burnt sienna, to see how it affects some of these mixes. Use some very dark greens in these paintings in places to get some tonal contrasts, and you can easily get that using indigo. If you use one of the warmer yellows with just indigo, you can see how dark I'm getting some of these mixes. Again, you could always experiment with some other things in there, maybe a red, as I said, or possibly even Payne's grey, but be careful with that because it can give you very dark, cold colours. So here's a photograph of the colours that I mixed along with the tubes of Cotman. For colours that I use a lot, then I find the 21mm tubes are very cost effective, and I would recommend getting those. So what's following now in this video is a demonstration painting. I recorded this painting possibly with a view to doing a full narration on it, but the techniques that I used on the last two videos, and I didn't really feel it was worth repeating those again, so this is going to be a non-narrated demonstration, but I will put a few captions up to help you. If you're interested in the techniques I'm using, then do go back and look at those two other videos, where I do explain in quite a lot of detail how I build up a picture such as this, and you might find the techniques of use when you do your own paintings. I used the colours that I've just shown you mixing for the greens. I don't think I used anything else. I used a little bit of burnt sienna possibly in one or two places, and this was a painting of the edge of a wood with a lot of Himalayan balsam growing, which I know a lot of people don't like, and it's very invasive, but it's a really pretty flower, and it's mainly pink. It does show white sometimes, but it's mainly pink, so I did choose one of my pinks, something like crimson alizarin, to pop on those. And as you can see here, I did mask them out because I find that's the only way to keep them transparent rather than using body colour.